Hey guys, it's Mason from Team UG4. Glad to, well, actually Team Omega Anarchy 7. Still trying to get used to that. Today we're gonna do a deck that I wanted to do a deck profile on, but couldn't, and now I can. We're gonna do the Royal Paladin deck profile. Wingle Brave is the starter. Um, yes, it is a Majesty Lord Blaster build, so he's really useful when it comes to getting the Majesty Lord Blaster or the Exculpate the Blaster or Blaster Dark or Blaster Blade kind of thing. So he's our starter. Run normal, usual four heal trigs. Four heal trigs. So sometimes you always get them clogged in your hand sometimes in this deck, but I think that's just like a little something off about it. But we're running only 3 crits because Majesty Lord Blaster, as long as you have Blaster Blade and Blaster Dark, and so he already has a crit. This is just for like to surprise your opponent kind of thing. Like surprise, crit, turning into 3 damage kind of thing. Rerun 4 stands. Her effect's really nice. Put it in Soul, gains +3 to one of your rear guards. It's always a really nice card within a tournament. Like a random, like get a stand helps out a lot in this deck, especially if you have 12k or the Palamedes. Turns into a 17-18, so that helps. We're running 2 Margle. Haven't really. I would run 4, but I haven't put in the 2. And then we're running 3 Weapons Dealer. 5 draws, so we can get like to that Majesty Lord Blaster or the Blaster Blade and Blaster Dark you normally need in your hand in order to use Majesty. So we run 5. Grade 1. 1 Dream Painter. Annoying card, but hey, it works sometimes. You have the Blaster Dark, you have to ride Blaster Dark on your Vanguard. You get Blaster Blade in your hand the next turn, you ride Majesty, place this in the rear guard, Soul Charge. So he's really useful in certain situations, otherwise he's just guard fuel. We're running 1 Toy Pookle. 1 because he's a 9k, but I normally rely on the 12k beaters instead of Palamedes. Like I normally use grade 3s as perfect guard fuel or something. So only 1. Running 3 Marin. Marin's very useful. 8k, right behind Majesty Lord Blaster. Turns into a 20k plus a crit. So very useful. And if it's behind Palamedes, it's 21. So normal 8k. Running 4 Knight of Friendship K. 10k attackers, as long as you have a card Blaster in your name. Very useful, actually. I love this card. Say you only have that card, but you have Majesty Lord Blaster. This beats putting down like an 8k, because this ends up turning to a 10k, as long as it's attack. Then we're running 3 perfect guards. Only 3 because I've noticed that sometimes 4 gets in the way. So 3, easy to get along with kind of thing. It helps much more than 4, so you don't get like stacked in perfects. We're running 2 Star Call Trumpeters. Very useful card. Counter Blast 2. Superior Call Blaster Blade or Blaster Dark. 8k, but normally you just retire it to put down that that extra Blaster Blade you have in your hand or something like that. Or if you already have it out, this one's always can attack. Sometimes there's grade 2s with only 8k. I like them. Running 4 Blaster Blades. This card is very reliable. It comes every single time. Like in starting hand, you always get them. Majesty. It helps you get a Majesty Lore Blaster as long as you have Wingull Brave behind him. Every time I played this deck, I've only had like one game I haven't gotten Blaster Blade in starting hand. So, very useful. I love Blaster Blade. It's definitely one of my favorite cards in the game. 3 Blaster Dark. I'm running only 3 because, like, I wanted some more grade 2s. And to be honest, I didn't like having 4 in the deck. It just got too clumpy. So I saw that 3's better off kind of thing. Helps you get out the, put in more Knight of Loyalties. And then we're running 4 Knight of Loyalty, Bedivere, 12k beater, as long as you have Majesty Lore Blaster. It's only 9k, so it's easy to take out, but you have another one normally to replace it with. And with this deck, you kind of don't really need all the grade 3s I have in there. It's just a matter of we just throw them in just in case kind of thing. We're running 1 Soul Saver. Soul Saver is a great backup if you don't really get the Majesty Lore Blaster or something like that. So we only have one of them in though, because 90% of the time we do get Majesty. It's just we just threw them in. So we're running 1 Gancelot. Basically, you get Gancelot in your hand. It's basically a Blaster Blade. So he's very reliable, especially when you have a Blaster Dark in your hand or Dream Painter. But you had to ride Blaster Dark. You put down Dream Painter, throw him in. That's what my mom sometimes does. So running 3 Majesty Lore Blaster. Only want 3 because 4 got clumpy, so I chose 3. Majesty Lore Blaster, very useful card. I really wish it went up to 13k, but 12k is already pretty mean already. So, and love his art, so it's very cool at certain times. One of my favorite cards in the game is Palamedes. 13k attacker and rear guard or Vanguard as long as you have another grade 3 out. That's where the Toy Pungo normally comes in. Extremely useful. But number 1 favorite card in this deck would have to be the last, and it's Exculpate the Blaster. He wipes out your entire opponent's field 90% of the time, unless they chose to guard it, like 1 or 2 cards, which 90% of the time most people don't do. So, love him. He's 12k, and there is a drawback. You have to re-ride Blaster Blade back onto him, and then take out the rest of the soul. Basically bringing you back down to grade 2, but he's basically a finisher. Or an Aqua Force anti, because Aqua Force normally rely too much on the rear guards, especially with same with Neo Nectars actually too. But he's really useful. I love him. Favorite card in the deck. We're probably gonna get the Dimension Police deck profile up soon. So what else? Probably going to get some more deck profiles up to later on today, as long as it doesn't take forever to download. Probably going to get a few games up, hopefully. So I hope you guys like this. Like, subscribe, check out Team EG4 videos. Thank you. This is Omega Anarchy 7 signing off.